God, and I hate being right. A black man is receiving, you know, his just due. I found it real funny because I was watching Undisputed this morning on a serious note, and Shannon Sharp doesn't like Antonio Brown. And the day of, he was going a little hard on him. He made some comments or whatever. And this morning, it was very much in the other direction. Just a little bit. It was a little bit in the other direction. So I find it very funny how quickly people are to judge.
Yeah, I found that very weird as well when it was happening. Because I just, looking at the footage, I just found it like, there had to be a reason for it type. And then people just jump to the conclusion that AB's crazy, calling him mentally ill, psychoanalyzing him like crazy. Then come to find out, not even like 24 hours later, that there were, discussions on the sideline about AB not wanting to come back in the game due to some injury, and the coach like forcing him to get back out there. That's tough, bro. That's tough. Hopefully, his NFL career isn't over. That's tough, man. I don't know what else to say. Just wishing for the best.
You go ahead, Damo.
It's over. His career is over. I mean, I get there was a good reason, like the reason behind it, very valid, but still that action and the way he went about it was unprofessional. And because of the antics he's already pulled, it was just a bad look. If you see a guy in 20, 15-degree weather take his pads off, take off his shirt, throw his and while his offense is on the field, he's running through the end zone, throwing the peace sign up, waiting for an Uber, then drops a rap song the same day. Like, it just seems more than, oh, they were trying to force me to play and I didn't want to play. It just seemed like that without any context. Now, I knew for a fact there was something more to it based off how Mike Evans was trying to calm him down. Like, if you look at the video, Mike is obviously trying to calm him down. Like, he knows what set AB off, so he didn't want him to go through that. Tom Brady going on the interview and saying, yo, let's use sympathy, don't really go on to him, something like that. That let me know it wasn't Antonio Brown being crazy, but he had a crazy reaction to whatever they said to him, whatever was said, whatever that was asked of him. He had a crazy reaction. And as much as you don't want to psychoanalyze a guy, I don't know if you've seen the episodes, but for a nigga that had a Hall of Fame career, and literally the moment he gets crucified on the field by Vontrez, literally changed. Like, his personality changed. Like, it was like Kanye when his mom died. Kanye has always been a character. When his mom died, it was just something switched, and it was just uncontrollable. Was doing. That's what it is with AB. After he got hit and was literally lifeless on the field, that changed him.
Is that play that like everyone called like extremely dirty?
Yeah, the Bengals play, bro.
Okay.
Vontrez smacked the hell out of him. So ever since then,
I know some shit, dang.
So ever since then, he's been like, I'm not gonna say he's super crazy, but he already had an open and he already had a colorful personality. Once that happened, it was like there's no putting the genie back in the bottle or containing that personality anymore. He's just out here farting in doctors' faces, cussing out his baby mama and throwing shit at her while the cops is at his house. Like, he's had plenty of antics for you to be like, oh, for him to do this, there's AB being AB again. Hell, he was blackballed out the league for saying why he was on the Raiders, which ended up being true, honestly. Like, he wasn't lying. It's just the way he went about it was just, the way he went about it seemed crazy from the outside looking in.
Black man.
Yeah, I damn near 100% agree. The only thing I will like nitpick is I've heard from like guys like Ryan Clark and other Steelers that he's always been a bit selfish, but I do agree. At least, if anything, whether it was a hit or not, since that play, it was just been a decline. But for majority of it, I agree. Antonio Brown's career probably is unfortunately over just for the fact is he can't finish the season. It's been 4 years now. He hasn't finished the season with a team. Hell, he didn't even play for the Raiders, but he was on the Raiders roster. That man got traded from the Raiders mid offseason, like 3 weeks after we gave him to Oakland at the time. And what he said about Oakland was right. Fair enough, but you can't. There's ways you present yourself, and you can't be that unprofessional for you to prosper in a league like the NFL. Let's just say. So it's it sucked because people did jump the gun, try to psychoanalyze it, said he had mental illness and stuff. Hell, one of my dudes have AB on his fantasy squad. He won the whole game anyway. Shout out to him. But he was out there saying stuff I can't say on here about Antonio Brown because he was just like, you costing me the jump, you blowing it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yo. There has to be a reason. And then we looking at the clip, and one of my boys' favorite receivers is Mike Evans. He like, yo, Mike not that type of dude to just get in your face like that. Like something happened. Mike is like, for those of you that don't, Mike is like Julio. If you know how Julio is, Julio don't say shit, is kind of like that. So if he's in his face like that, something had to have happened. Then Tom Brady post press conferences. For the love of God, Tom Brady let the man live in his house. But especially if he gonna come back after the game and be like, yo, let's not assume that something had to have happened. So I wasn't about to call him ill or nothing. I was all day, I'm just trying to calm people down about the AB stuff. And lo and behold, sir, he's just hurt. Coach wanted him to go in. He knew he was hurt. It's basically for my NBA only people. It's like the Kawhi situation. Exactly a one-to-one like the Kawhi situation where he's hurt. Everybody villainized Kawhi. He's hurt. Bro, only Antonio Brown, the same way I felt about Kawhi Leonard, only Kawhi Leonard and only Antonio Brown in this situation are going to be the only players that only people that tell Antonio Brown and Kawhi Leonard to get on there. I don't care how many doctors you got. I don't care what you tell me. If my knee hurt and I know something's not right, I'm not getting on the field. I'm not getting on the court. So it sucks. It sucks that he keeps having these situations pop up, but yeah, I do think his career is over.
First and foremost, AB is 33. He'll be 34 before the next season starts. If he does play as a 34-year-old, that would be crazy impressive anyway. So it is what it is. He's productive still. Some like low-level team might give him a shot. But let me read some more of what his lawyer just put out. Specifically this tweet. His injury can clearly be seen on the MRI image taken Monday morning. Among other things, you can plainly see a piece of loose bone from the outside that is pressing into his ankle joint and a ligament snapped clean off the bone. He will recover but needs surgery. As someone who has been in that similar situation, not the ligament damage. Thank God I've never had ligament damage. Yeah. As someone who has had loose bone in my ankle protruding and just floating around, this nigga's ankle hurt. I don't know. There's no other way to say it. I understand what can do and all this stuff like this, but for bruh to even run a route, the dorsiflexion that needed to be done.
I heard he was having a good game.
Listen, he was.
That's why my man was pissed. He had they was throwing the no names when he came off the court. That was his touches and everything. AB was cooking.
Bro was high as a kite had to be, because I'm telling you, bro. and I'm serious.
He probably was. That is
even to this day. I broke my ankle in 2014. Even dorsiflexing a little bit, pointing my toes to myself a little bit, still pains me. And I remember the moment that it happened to me. Boy, that's a real one. I ain't gonna lie. So I just feel like, it is what it is. It's the media. For that specific one, jumping to that conclusion was crazy for a lot of people.
Was it though?
What
is history?
It was understandable, as Damo said. I do think it was understandable why it happened, but it just sucked to find out yet again that he's in a line like that. In reality, he was right. He just went about it the wrong way. I think you can't keep going about it the wrong way and continue to have a job, especially at your age, dude. You got to be 34 years old.
I'm not gonna lie. My bad. That was my door. But if you have a history, if you do 10 things wrong, if you do 10 things the wrong way, and only out of those 10 things, 2 of them you were actually right about, like your intentions, like what you were trying to say was right, that doesn't excuse the other 8 things you did that were blatantly wrong, that were inexcusable. Like, the reason his career's over has nothing to do with his age or his production. It's strictly the only reason he got this chance with the Bucks is because Tom Brady begged to get him on the team. And if Tom Brady, the actual GOAT of football, has to beg and plead with a coach to get you on a team, that says a lot. No one else was giving him a shot. No one else was giving him opportunity before that. Tom Brady put his neck out. He lived with Tom Brady. Tom Brady had months and months of being individually with AB to vouch for him. You're not getting Lamar. Lamar Jackson's not about to go to the Ravens and be like, "Hey man, look, AB's a good guy." Like, he's not about to do that. You're not about to have Zach Wilson in New York. Hey man, Jets, we need a receiver. He's that guy. It's not going to happen. So unfortunately, his career is most likely over. It's not even most likely. It's definitely over. He's not playing football no more.